How did you reset your life? Paid off debt, started going to gym daily. These little things make a huge difference. I will be paid off next year finally. Best decision I ever made, removing negative people from my life, relatives included. This right here. As the saying goes, maybe you're not depressed. Maybe you're just surrounded by toxic people. Impose standards on yourself and others on how you will be treated and how you will treat yourself. Another thing? Take a few hours and really think about what you want to have done by the time you're 60. Make a list. Don't cross anything off, no matter how whimsical it might be. Let your id do as much talking as your superego. Now rank those ideas. The top 5 are what you need to do. And that means developing a plan. Not a dream, but figure out the concrete steps to get there. Anything else in life is distraction and noise. Take a few hours. Take a few years. Take as much time as you need to really, figure out what you want. Because when you finally get to building the life you want, it's going to be incredibly difficult and filled with brutal, confusing, lonely times, and if you're not 100% committed to the goal, it won't work. And resist with all your might the urge to compare your plan and progress to others. You do you. You're on your journey. And day by day, brick by brick, dollar by dollar, person by person, you build the life you want, doing the things you enjoy, with the people you've chosen to spend your precious time with. There is no rush, and really, there is no point. Just live your days and make them interesting to you. Surround yourself with people who are on your side and want the best for you. And be that for them as well. Avoid anyone that doesn't fit into that paradigm. Years later, you will look back and be enormously proud of what you've achieved, and there won't be any midlife crisis or deathbed remorse. It will be all love and gratitude. Thank you. This comment helped me solve some things that have been dragging me down. I'm glad to hear it. Hang in there and keep putting one foot in front of the other. You can do it. Sending love and respect. Thanks so much. I totally agree with resisting the urge to compare. It feels so much better to be where you are at, enjoying your own journey with patience, and appreciating what you have. I stopped reaching out first. The people who mattered made an effort to stay. The rest just faded away. My social circle got smaller, but my peace got a lot bigger. In my case, nobody reached out for me. I guess I never had friends and a life. Same for me, but choose a few people who treated you right and reach out yourself if you want to. Sometimes life just gets in the way. I don't mind reaching out first if they are good people and I'm happy with their company and my life is better with them in it. I'm absolutely willing to put in a bit of effort to keep them part of it. I've had several friends and family members die in the last few years and a couple more move far away. I absolutely wish I'd just picked up the phone and called them more often, or planned get-togethers, even if I had to do it first every single time. I thought that I could make friends. Turns out 80% of them had different thoughts. Left them. The only one you needed is you. How do you get a job? I applied for the job, got the job, and then moved to the city. I want to do this so badly, but I live in poverty and need to get out of poverty before I can even move. I work my ass off to no avail. Sigh. I also come from a very poor background. It's still doable, but it's very difficult. I quit my high-paying 40 hours a week sales career as I was depressed dealing with sleazy sales manager after sleazy sales manager. I went for a 2-month trip to Ecuador to figure out life. That 2-month trip turned into 8 months. By the time I left, it felt like I was leaving home to go back to Canada. It took 2 years planning, but I found online work which started great, but as always a year and some nonsense head was promoted. He thought he was God's gift to sales. Narrator, he was not. I moved to Ecuador with this job and eventually quit too due to the toxicity. Started tutoring English online, explaining I'm not an English tutor specifically but have been in sales 20 plus years and management for some of that too. I love the helping people part of sales, not the selling them nonsense they don't need part. Toxic pressure from managers. I now work 20 hours a week making a couple hundred more than I need to survive. Anyways, now I live in a cute beach town. I live on this giant private property that's a party hostel that failed and is now rented as long-term living. I've got a bachelor pad with everything I need included. On the property there's a pool, a huge fire pit, and a stage area which we converted into an outdoor office for my partner to do sessions. She is a psychologist. I'm about halfway into speaking Spanish fluently and confidently. I've literally never been happier in my life. I've got 10 or so people I consider close friends and another 30 or so that I consider really good acquaintances. I currently have zero intentions on returning to Canada. Seems inspirational. Then I opened your profile and see post about having a tarantula in your house. I'm definitely staying in Europe. He was on my property and harmless and less bothered. I had a scorpion and a giant centipede in my place, and those absolutely can decide they want to be a problem unprovoked. So yes, maybe staying in Europe is the good call for you. Got sober. It will be 5 years in a few weeks. Couldn't recommend it enough. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Cut out negativity and drama, get in the best shape of your life, make good financial decisions, associate with like-minded individuals. Divorced my bad habits, midnight Netflix, procrastination, and that haircut screaming I'm a mess. Now I sleep like a baby and my mirror says hi. Quit miserable job, went self-employed, got out of toxic relationship, all in the space of 2 months. Later got sober. I moved away from the toxic place I lived to a new city and now I'm thriving. My favorite abs easiest, move to a new city. Just change location. Works like magic. By just doing, take charge, be better. Find what's not working and fix it one brick at a time. One brick at a time. Very important. Big change is more sustainable when it's done slowly, not all at once. At least that was how it was for me. Agreed. Moved to new city, got new job, new apartment, new social connections, nuked everything from my previous life. I do this once every 5 to 7 years or so, about to embark on my third reset. That's very brave. I'm always afraid I can't get another job. Sometimes you just have to take a leap of faith. Leave tonight, or live and die this way. It's scary. Can't stay in the same place forever. Decluttered my home. Made a list of priorities. Told one person to hold me accountable for changes. Gradually went self-employed. Started working on achieving one thing a day. Still working on it. But getting there. Reply. Well done. Do you have examples of things on your list of things to achieve? Thank you. They're all small things. I started with very tiny things like go on a walk today, declutter one area or see a friend, and gradually moved up to plant a box of geraniums, draw an intricate picture and frame it as a gift, to more adventurous things like sew a dress to wear to my friend's wedding. These are great. I've often wondered about what goals I should set myself. Side note, I'm always impressed by people who can sew clothes from scratch. How did you get into it? Did you learn it yourself? Currently at this stage in my life, working through a gradual reset at 35 this past year. Relationship broke down partly due to me, which is realize, so choosing to take time to be single and work on that. Started therapy 3 weeks back to try gain some sort of guidance and perspective. I cut some people out, family mainly, this past year who have always been a toxic influence and no support, but only choosing to step away now. I'm planning to leave my current job which pays well but has been causing some depression and major anxiety, and ultimately it's just not for me. Hoping to change careers, but I'm not stressing about what. Change is what I need, that's important. I will take a break at the start of February 2026 to travel for a bit and create some space for me to just flow and think, and hopefully regain some energy and inspiration for when I return. But currently I'm burned out, emotionally drained, and going through a very lonely period of my life, but I know it won't always be like that. If I choose to take control and change some things. Been walking path for too long that's just been for money or out of fear, but now is the time to make some decisions based on what I need rather than what I think or what others think. It sounds like you've given everything some serious thought. Good on you for deciding to better your life and having the courage to seek help. There is something inspiring in knowing that humans are capable of overcoming obstacles in life. I'm rooting for you. Same story. I'm just one step ahead of you. Quit last month and am taking at least 5 months to travel and do a complete reset. It's been a 3-year journey that began with ending a 7-year relationship, followed by self-discovery, understanding my values, therapy, and doing the work. Stopped trying to fix everything at once and just picked one thing that was actively draining me. For me, it was a job that made Sunday nights unbearable. Once I dealt with that, suddenly I had the energy to look at everything else without spiraling. Turns out you can't reset your life when one major thing is constantly bleeding you dry. Wow, this is so interesting. Amen. Resigned from my previous 3-year toxic job where I needed to work 10+ hours a day, including holidays and weekends. I was very miserable and burnt out, but eventually had the courage to save myself and leave that environment. Had an episode of clinical depression, and I had to take a few months off to let things sink in and give myself time to recover. Having enough rest, physically at least, I went job hunting and landed one in a new city, new people, with a slightly different career path, and got a small place of my own. I started to have my structure and routine back one by one, waking up and sleeping timely for a 9 to 5 corp girl, completing my meal intake within reasonable eating windows, getting my daily steps in. OFC is someone who's depressed. Even these simple things can take up a lot of mental stamina and needs intentional effort to keep it going. But it was better to start doing it even if it's still inconsistent and imperfect. Closed off my social media accounts and made one new account just to keep comms with family and a very few friends. I stopped publicizing my wins and traumas to the world. I didn't need to prove myself to anyone except for my past me. I'm still exploring new hobbies, finding new friends, trying to love again. Maybe that's also why I'm resetting my life to welcome new people in with a newer version of me, that's still healing by the way. It's a long and lonely process but still taking it one day at a time. Make more money. Just wanted to say that it's incredibly difficult to start over or reset, but I'm proud of all of you for choosing yourself. Not in a selfish, narcissistic way, but to better yourself in your life. Especially those of you who chose sobriety. Stopped waiting till I was ready to do it. I just started doing it. Messy, clumsy, failing, but doing it. Do what Sheldon does. Go back to your old settings. Start doing things that you did in year 10. By saying no to bad jobs, annoying relationships and crappy country, basically I quit my job. And the whole profession, took care of my hammered health, ditched crappy boyfriends and some so-called friends, saved some money, got a new job on a cruise ship, traveled the world a bit, met my future husband, again saved some money, moved together to another country. We are doing fine. I deleted all social media, started journaling daily, hit the gym, and cut off anyone who drained my energy. It was hard at first, but peace slowly replaced chaos. Love and commitment. You become a better and different person by becoming part of a couple. You learn to listen, respect, care, cooperate, compromise, be patient, kind, understanding, and explain what's going on with yourself in a way that you just don't have to do as a single person. This is about as unfashionable an opinion as one could have these days, but loving commitment improves you. A restart. And how did you restart? First, I addressed my mental battle by getting help. Let go of my friends. Put myself first. Got the benefits I deserve. On to step 2. I kept getting similar but simple advice from multiple people. I gave it a shot. I told my ex-wife to get out of the house. I said she had a month, she only took a weekend. She asked me to come home the night I told her we were over. She never put any effort into getting me back after that. The precipitating event was that a year after discovering her cheating on me with some woman by having cyber interaction, I needed her to listen to me and take my needs as important as hers. The moment I began talking about her behavior and how I needed her to change, she walked out of our couples counselor. I think she was expecting me to apologize. For a long time, I felt guilty because despite her being abusive, she was mentally unwell. In the end, at 29, I basically emptied my finances and threw the majority of my retirement fund at her to get her out of my life. My lawyer said, "You can get this fast or get this fair. The courts actually probably will give you everything if you fight." But thinking about lawyer and psychologist fees in that fight. So at 29, I basically had zero money, a car that was ancient, and just my profession. It's been a decade, and it was the best decision I ever made. The only problem was I didn't do it half a decade earlier. I understand the next guy she got involved with ended up doing a gold heist to buy her stuff because she was so demanding. He ended up in jail, and she flipped on him and walked away scot-free. I await the Netflix special, 8 grams of psilocybin mushrooms on a warm Sunday morning at the local lake. Mushrooms? I'm not saying this is the answer for everyone, but I took a bunch of mushrooms, had a mystical experience which caused me to question my entire worldview, spent about a year putting it back together, and then went to therapy.
Consider subscribing if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more of Reddit Universe.